The letters of John, the word Antichrist in Scripture. The only actual occurrence of the word Antichrist in the Bible are found in the letters of John. By this you know the Spirit of God. Every spirit which confesses that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is of God, and every spirit which does not confess Jesus is not of God. This is the spirit of Antichrist, of which you heard that it was coming, and now it is in the world already. The first letter of John, chapter 4, verses 2 and 3. For many deceivers have gone out into the world, men who will not acknowledge the coming of Jesus Christ in the flesh. Such a one is the deceiver and the Antichrist. The second letter of John, chapter 1 and verse 7. According to the inspired words of John, everyone who does not acknowledge that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is a member of Antichrist. John wrote these words because there were people in his day claiming that Jesus was a spirit who only used a body for 33 years and then discarded the body when he died. Tragically, there are still people today who believe and teach that Jesus was a pre-existing spirit who took on a body for his life on earth and then left the body when it was killed. The Apostle John says that this is the Antichrist teaching because it separates Jesus from his body and teaches that Jesus did not really come in the flesh, since according to these people he could exist without the body. The truth of the matter is that Jesus was born of a human mother with God as his father. See Luke chapter 1 verses 34 and 35. And the second letter of John, verse 3. Because his mother was human, Jesus inherited a nature like ours, which can be tempted to sin. Hebrews chapter 2, verses 14 to 18, and Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 15. Compare Matthew chapter 4 and verse 4. And like everyone since the days of Adam, he inherited mortality. Romans chapter 5 verses 12 to 14. The body of Jesus was exactly like ours, and he could no more leave his body than we can leave our own. When the body of Jesus died, Jesus himself died and remained dead for 3 days. Acts chapter 2 verses 23 to 32. Compare Matthew chapter 16 verse 21. After that, Jesus, including his body, was resurrected, and his body was changed to flesh and spirit instead of flesh and blood. See Luke chapter 24 verses 36 to 43 and Acts chapter 2 verse 24 and 32. Jesus himself said after his resurrection, "See my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Handle me, and see, for a spirit has not flesh and bones, as you see that I have." Luke chapter 24 and verse 39. In this way, the Bible explains to us that Jesus Christ did actually come in the flesh. God warns us in his word that to separate Jesus from his flesh is deadly wrong, for this is the teaching of Antichrist. Notice how the Bible uses Antichrist to describe anyone who does not teach that Jesus Christ really came in the flesh. There actually is no such thing in the Bible as one future Antichrist, because Antichrists were already in existence during John's day, and many more arose during the following centuries. Antichrists are also in existence now, since there are many false prophets today who do not teach that Jesus Christ came in the flesh. Therefore, it is completely unbiblical to speak of one future Antichrist, and this alone should teach us to be aware of the future Antichrist theory.